Can you try modding the Pro version? Yo, welcome back to Cash Keyboards. I'm Repeat with Build a Keyboard. This is the TK63 Pro version from Tezarre or Tezarre, depending on how you like to say it. This is a lot like the TK61, except the TK63 also features wireless connectivity, including Bluetooth 3.0, 5.0, and 2.4 wireless, along with your USB-C. Opening the box, we have it in a fancy, nice sleeve where it says TK63 Pro. Looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of nice opening of that. The reveal, it feels a lot like the other one. It's not bad. It's not great, but the price point, it definitely feels good for the price point. It's a little heavier due to the wireless connectivity and the battery in the bottom. But other than that, pretty same layout. A couple little unique things we'll talk about. Putting keycaps, your USB dongles on the back, and yeah. Getting into the box, opening the back slit, we have the handy dandy USB-C cable. We have a keycap puller and a switch puller, since this board is also hot swappable. Lastly, we have the insert cards. So these are card inserts that explain information based on the board, what the function keys do, different RGBs, all kinds of stuff like that. You can look over them. They're a quick reference guide. I do like them on this big card stock versus the normal little pamphlet you have to flip through. A couple of other goodies regarding how and warranties and stuff like that. We'll put those aside because we're not needing them. Just fancy bag. So jumping right into it, we're going to go ahead and pull a keycap off. I don't like puddings. You know I don't like puddings. I did order the one with the Gateron Optical Blacks because I wanted a little bit heavier of a spring. For 60 grams of force. They are hot swappable, so you can pull them straight out. Now we're going to go ahead and get all these keycaps off so we can get right into modding. Some of these keycaps are actually so easy to pull off because they're puddings. You don't even have to use a keycap puller. You just literally use your fingers. Now we got all those off. That's what the board looks like without the keycaps. All the Gateron Black goodness. It does have north-facing RGB. And then it has this nice dust cover, and I think it actually might also help with sound across the space bar. After taking 5 switches out, my switch puller that came with this decided to not want to work and properly separate itself. So, yeah, be careful with that. So after getting back up and getting all of it disassembled, here's what we have. It looks good. It feels really good. It's got a nice top plate, got nice foam. Did have a bit of a mess with some lube. That was factory. It came like that. Also, the stabs are extremely lubed. We did test them beforehand just to make sure they felt and sounded okay. But we're not going to add any more. They're also really tight on the board, so we're not going to tune them at all. It does have three screws on the bottom, 3 screws on the top for a total of 6 screws. No middle screws or anything like that. Trust me, I looked. Confusing that it wasn't there. We're gonna clean this gunk up too. So make sure, you know, when you're building yours, check for gunk, clean it up. All right, once you get everything taken apart, you want to separate from the right side, so that way you don't pull the wire out or separate the wire from the battery in the PCB. The easiest way to do it is lift it straight up and flip it straight back. And then when you remove the wire, you'll want to use the actual plastic part, the connection. Don't use the wire, don't pull the wire, because these wires are so thin, they're going to rip. Once that's done, we can go ahead and pull it out. As you can see here, nice clean PCB. It's got It's got a nice amount of foam between the PCB and the plate. And then in the case here, we have this large battery for the wireless. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the polyfill. We're not gonna put it back together right now, but I do want to show you. I'm using polyfill for two reasons. One is because the last video for the TK61 we used polyfill, so I want to test the sound of the 63 versus the 61. So creating the same environment is key. Also, due to the battery being inside, polyfill is easy because it's easy to manipulate polyfill. Polyfill can become a little bit of a mess on some other areas, but the great part about polyfill is if you can just change how much you use, how much you don't use. With other things, it's really hard because it involves recutting it, or if you're using something like resin, you're just kind of out of luck. So polyfill is a really easy choice. Also sounds pretty good. It also doesn't mute the board a ton, so you can get that nice, talky, loud sound. Or loudish. You decide. Once it's all good in there, make sure that your battery wire doesn't get covered up. I've seen people put these back together without connecting that battery, and then you lose all wireless. So separating all of our switches, we're going to go ahead and do a nice lube job. This is a standard linear lube, so it's going to be on the sides, around the world, in the hole. Remember, lubing is like being a ninja. You don't want to see it, but it's there. So G205 and then super lube for the spring. All right, putting everything back together, go ahead and connect the battery to the PCB. Again, using the plastic connector. Don't use wires. I don't know how you would use the wires putting it back in, but don't touch them. And then, you know, the lovely game of will it fit? Please fit. Move things around. Fit. Got polyfill sticking out. And I'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're back, and it all fits. So now we're all lubed up. The easiest way for putting opticals back in is to look for the RGB window. It always faces up for north facing, so you'll just put them in that one. Now, the person this is being built for works in QA and deals with bugs, so I found a set of keycaps that have programming and bug references on them, and we're going to go ahead and put those all on. And this is what it came out looking like. Really lovely. Feels really good. Weird part is they didn't send me a Z keycap. Second weird part is the question mark key is on the right side beside the arrow. But all in all, it came out really good. It sounds really good. It sounds a lot like the last one. But you can check out for yourself. Hey, I just wanted to say thank you for watching my video. We just achieved 1,000 views and I'm super excited to see where this journey takes me. I do apologize about the video in this video. I was under the weather when recording it, but I wanted to make sure the video got posted. And until the next weird keyboard build, I hope you have a really, really wonderful day.